Hello everyone and welcome to another week of tinkering here on HubNut.
Oh, I see. This is what you're doing.
Yeah, one of the mics hasn't charged, so we've only got one mic between two of us. So you could just be quiet?
No, not really an option.
No. Sorry.
Enough yet.
Some people don't like noisy women who dare speak, but tough. We're starting with the Daihatsu Charade today, where I bought a new lower arm because I thought that ball joint was seized. So it doesn't move
At all.
You
And
forgot
then,
your...
and then,
we got the new one.
and guess what?
And guess what? If I take the cover off, there's one person in the comments who'll be feeling very smug at this point. We can't move that ball joint either. It's like they don't want to move just by hand pressure. Weird. So probably waste our time. But yeah, it's got nicer bushes in it, hopefully.
Yeah,
the welding.
It's horrific.
Oh, the welding on this one is not great. You may not be able to see, but yeah, look at that. Might not be the highest quality item compared to that one.
Yeah, this is a lovely clean item on the edges and whatnot.
We keep on forgetting there's only one microphone.
And
Sorry,
that's
folks.
Full of weld.
Yeah, so brilliant. We're probably not going to fit this today though, because now we're at this stage. We might as well just carry on with what we need to do to get the steering rack out. And a lot of people are going, "Why have you taken the hub off to do a steering rack?" And that's a fair point. What we maybe didn't cover very well is the reason the hub's off is because the wheel bearing's gone. But we're having problems there as well.
Yeah, and also just to clarify, just in case anybody did think that we took out the rear lamps in order to do a front wheel bearing, we did not.
No, unrelated.
Unrelated.
But yeah, we're having a few issues with the wheel bearing. We left it with Tim at Cambrian Classics,
Yes.
but he's having difficulty getting the hub apart. He hasn't really got the specialist tools necessary for working on modern cars because he likes old things that you hit with hammers and have kingpins and simple things. So we're going to have to find another garage to get the bearing out and put a new one in, I think. So that is something we need to be about.
Is there not a gentleman locally? Did we not take a wheel bearing up there at some point?
There is a chap. Yes, there is a chap. But Tim had some suggestions, so we'll try some suggestions. It means we're not ready for reassembly, but we're not ready for reassembly anyway.
Steering rack needs to come up.
Yeah, there is just one problem with that.
We've got to drop the subframe?
Yeah, and someone parked it really close to the wall.
Someone told someone to park it really close to the wall.
Yeah, that plan has backfired somewhat. Oh well, we'll find a way.
And by the way, in case you missed last week's update, we have a Panda.
We do have a
Well,
Panda.
actually, we don't have a Panda.
No,
Little Miss HubNut has
do.
a Panda. Oh, yes, we do.
It's in my name. I'm insuring it. We have a Panda.
She's going to hurt you.
She's going to hurt me, but yeah, there we go. Right, put that arm down. Here is the Panda, if you haven't seen it already. Look at that lovely Panda, 44,000 miles. We're trying to ascertain what the cam belt history is on it, because I'm concerned it hasn't had a belt since 2016, although it's only done about 10,000 miles in that time. So on mileage terms, 72,000 miles per belt, well in. In time-wise, it's twice as many years as it should be. So I think we are going to have to do a timing belt on it. But it's meant to be one of the more simple ones, allegedly.
Oh, no.
I said it alone.
Why did you say that?
But yeah, might be a fun little job to get stuck into at some point.
So how are we going to drop the subframe with the car parked to the wall and the wheels off and everything's off it?
Let's find out. So it's not that we've got no space down there. It just isn't really ideal because we've got to get the wheel off, disconnect the ball joint, and we need to get the whole car lifted up anyway. So maybe we can lift the car and move it over in one. That sounds dangerous.
Boy, that doesn't sound dangerous. Oh.
Yeah, we're fine.
We're
No?
fine.
Fine.
No, not fine.
So yeah, we need to.
Are we jacking the
Whoa.
jacking the entire front up now?
Yeah, we've got to get the whole
Take
front
this
up.
wheel off
Yeah.
to access the subframe.
Yeah. Fun times.
So Shami is currently a hover car. First step towards dropping the subframe is disconnecting the steering wheel.
Well, the steering column.
Steering column, and Ian's just said that looks really easy.
It'd be easy if this trim clip came undone. It doesn't want to do that.
We've been terriered again.
Hi, terrier.
He is a big boy though, isn't he?
Big boy now. Yeah.
He is a big boy.
Right, microphone. Right, I'm going to clip that on me because I can't hold it. Yeah. Been mildly attacked by a terrier. Right, come with, people. Come with. So, where we are is under here. And you can... oh, blocking my own light. That is the bolt we need to get undone. Or one of these bolts. Doesn't really matter which one. Maybe it's easier to get the top one off. So we can slide the rack down. I think actually we need to get the bottom one off because I don't think the universal joint will go through that hole. So what size do you reckon that is, folks? 12s? I think probably 12s. Is there a nut the other side? No, just a threaded hole. Perfect. While I'll wait for tools, let's just talk about a bit that obviously made a bit of a whoopsie on that lower control arm. It probably isn't a seized ball joint, as I suspected. Yeah, I'm not an expert. Don't know if you noticed. We are just amateurs having a go, and I think the beauty of this country is amateurs can have a go. And we have MOTs. No, that won't work. No ratchet spanner's not enough room to swing it.
I said ratchet, you said see.
That's a ratchet spanner.
Yeah.
That's not a ratchet.
You said.
There we go. Very complicated. But yeah, and also I was watching Not Economically Viable last night, Nino, who we fairly recently discovered. I think he's a friend of Ben Tasty Classics.
Thank you to the Rustable folks.
Yeah, thanks to the Rustable folks, because we did ask for recommendations for stage guests, and Nino is hoping to be there, so that'll be very interesting. But he has a posh unit and he has a posh lift, but he also makes mistakes, and his latest Toyota Land Cruiser video, frankly, that was very HubNut. Things went from bad to worse very rapidly, and I could so sympathise. I was just like, this is exactly what I'd do and exactly the sort of mess I would get into. So I look forward to seeing if he can resolve this mess he finds himself in.
On the subject of cars that people think we should scrap, guess who's going to be coming back to collection soon?
Yeah, the Berlingo.
Yay!
We're going to have to get Bella out because we need to move 4 of us and 4 large suitcases and probably some overnight. Are we taking overnight bags as well, or just yeah? So it's a lot of luggage. There is only one vehicle on the fleet that can take 4 people and 4 large suitcases. That's Bella. So she's going to have to come back. She also needs a lower arm. We've got a replacement hub. So we've got everything we need. It's just I fell out of love with that car a bit. But nonetheless, that is our holiday salvation. So we need it working. Anyway, you found that tool yet?
No, because you tied it and now nothing.
Yeah, you see, I tied it. It's all gone wrong.
No,
not doing it anymore. No, not doing it again.
Like a surgical layout of what you need.
No.
Yes.
There we go. That's the universal joint off. But while it looks like the steering rack will come out, I think that shaft is our problem. I think we've got to drop the subframe because we're effectively lowering that rack out of that hole. I don't think there's enough space to get it out. We might give it a go. Before we lower the rack, we'll try and undo the rack bolts. There, that's one of the rack bolts, and another one just ahead of it there. And I think Dot the Terrier Terrorist is about to come and say hello. Oh, okay. Go on. Where you gone, Dot?
Is it a different tactic or is this progress?
This is progress. We've got the rack under and inside. We've got both sides. Both of these ball joints are out. The other one came out no problem. What I'm trying to do now is get at the rearmost rack bolt, which is interesting.
Small hands needed?
Well, I can't see it, so I've got to try and feel my way to it. That was a bit of oil leak out the gearbox. I think we'll just ignore that.
I don't think we'll just ignore that.
Yeah.
No. Do you want me to see if I can see from above?
No, you're not going to be able to see it from above.
No.
I feel like what we need is a slightly longer 14mm socket, but hold on. No, that's on it. And there's no room to swing the bleeding breaker bar. Always fun on this car.
It's always fun on all of our cars because they're all small.
Yeah.
Except for obviously Betty.
I love working on Betty, there's so much space. I wonder if this is why we need to drop the subframe.
Because you can't.
Just because then you've got more access to the bolts. In which case I'm going to turn my attention.
That back is going to be horrific,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I'm going to turn my attention to the other front one, just while everything is locked in place still. And then we'll load the subframe and try and get at the back ones.
Okay.
That sounds like a plan. Let's see if we can get the main subframe mounts moving. This one seems a little reluctant. Oh! Right, there we go, we got movement. Let's do a bit of back and forth on that, I think. Oh no, that's definitely turning. Right, let's get some jacks under the subframe and then we can lower away. Memories of the Smart.
Oh yes.
What a fun job that wasn't.
A hush has fallen.
Yeah, that horrible feeling when the bolt head just snaps off. They're only a 14mm bolt. And that just got more torque than it was happy with. Now we're in trouble.
Now you're in trouble, mate.
Do you like to scrap it?
No. Do not scrap my car.
I genuinely don't know what we're going to do about that. That is kind of subframe out major repair. Oh dear. Yeah, that is really not ideal. I don't even know how we're going to sort this one out, because it's going into this strengthened section of floor here, which still has the rest of that bolt stuck in it. So it's not like you can get penetrant on it, because it's inside. It's in a cavity. It's inside the box section of the car. So drilling it out doesn't achieve a lot. Although maybe we could helicoil, but I don't know.
I think we asked him.
I don't know. Tim will just laugh.
At you.
Yeah. No, Tim's far too diplomatic for that. I mean, technically the subframe's free. No, I think we're going to retreat, lick our wounds, and try and work out what the heck we do another day. It's your car as well, so
it's my car.
Our
you're
problem.
The person that doesn't listen to physics and uses the big humongous breaker bar.
Well, you kind of have to. We had this nervous moment with a Smart when we were undoing the subframe mounts, and you're thinking this is just one bolt snap away from disaster. Today we have that disaster.
I'm going to go attack your car with a hammer.
What? I would never attack your car with a hammer.
Seems legitimate.
Well, hello and welcome to Thursday. The first day of tinkering you saw was Tuesday. Yesterday was a family stroke driving lesson sort of a day, where I found these beautiful spots in Aberystwyth. Notice the Mazda 323, very, very nice. Porsche 924, and most pleasingly, John in his Citroen BX, the one we tested very recently.
I think both have a 924 at the moment.
Have a mic.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Oh, we haven't got the screwdriver.
We haven't got the screwdriver. We've actually got two charged up microphones today. So improvements.
Yeah.
I must point out this, by the way. This went HubNut. This is one of our new fourth wall hoodies, and I managed to drop the cuff of this one in bleach. So if you buy one of our fourth wall hoodies,
don't do that.
Don't do that. We've now got zip up hoodies with this logo on the back available on our fourth wall store. So look for the link in the description below.
Look at this bad boy.
Yeah, we have got those available on the old store to UK, US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand buyers, but not EU. So we must get that design for this car onto the new fourth wall store. Speaking of this car, obviously you've seen carnage. Things are not going all that well with subframe bolts. The thing to do is we're gonna have to drop the subframe. There'll be a stub left, sticking out. I think a heck of a lot of heat, maybe some stud extractors. I'm not sure. Maybe even just mole grips, and hope we can unscrew the remains of the bolt. There should be a decent stub left. It's quite a sizable chunk of subframe it goes through.
Yeah, and this is the power of stepping away and thinking about it rather than just trying to crack on.
I mean, there's been people on social media already going, oh my God, what an amateur. I can't believe you didn't even apply heat to it. But actually getting the heat to where you need it to be,
It's quite difficult.
i.e. the thread or preferably the surrounding metal, you can't do.
And we may also have a wheel bearing solution as well, because Betty is heading off for some works.
Yeah, and maybe we can get the wheel bearing done at the same time.
Do that as well.
Yeah,
so
off to see Tim this afternoon to pick up the
positive.
hub. So yeah, progress will be made. I'm thinking we should probably have another go at the other one, the other side, because if it's going to fail, are we not better off knowing now? Yeah, not entirely agreeing. It's probably going to snap.
I was
we can try putting some heat on the head of the bolt, but how much of that heat is going to penetrate through the bolt to where, I don't know.
There is a lot of car there, isn't there?
There is.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's any rubberized coating or anything. We don't really want to be heating up the car bodywork.
Ironic for a Daihatsu, there is actually car there. So.
Yeah, yeah. So
I did see an awesome video of L251s drifting earlier. That was very cool.
Which we could attempt in this, but we'd have to try and make the handbrake work properly first.
We're not going to drift.
We're not going to drift?
No drifty.
I've actually already done some drifting in that car. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
It was a bit icy.
You scared the living bejesus out of me.
Anyway, what we're about today is you'll notice that Bob is clear of detritus for the first time in quite a long time. So Bob is going camping again.
Yeah, keeping on the theme of double tinkering, Ian was working on Shemmy and I was clearing Bob off, and also I wasn't happy with the finish. Oh no, why am I obsessed with a pair of windscreen wipers? Why? Anyway.
Should we look at them? Let's go. Let's go to the spray booth.
Still not quite there. Still not quite there.
Oh, there was something in the paint, isn't there?
There was something in the paint, which I took it back and I thought I'd got it all, but I haven't. So I had coated them lovely.
Stop touching it, you've just put paint on that.
Yeah, but this
thing is though, that's the underside of the wiper. No one's going to see that.
But I know.
No one's going to see it.
But I know.
It's fine.
That
one's looking really good.
That one looks better. I think one more coat on there and then that'll look better.
Okay.
Front. Oh, maybe one coat.
Still trying to acquire space for this. In fact, I'm just going to remind myself. Yeah, that's the belt on it. That is one of the auxiliary belts. I need to get one of those. And there's a free PK as well, which refers to the number of ribs. You can see this one hasn't really got 4 anymore. Some of the ribs have fallen off. So yeah, we're still getting parts for Pajero. I'm very, very sorry. And then we need to get parts ordered for Bella and Belingo. We've already explained she needs to come back as well. But Betty will be doing towing duty this weekend. But Bob has not been out since Rustival.
Whose belts are these?
Other than being pushed back and forth. So yeah, we need to. It looks like I've got 2 feet there, so there must already be. Are you smashing my towing mirrors up?
Apparently so.
Great.
Just feel like I need 7 years.
That's a cut belt. What belt is that?
Did we do Desmond belts?
Yeah, but why would we cut the belt? I'm confused. We can't even see what belt that is.
Whoa, no. Is that Pajero and you cut it?
Yeah, but that's that's a 4 PK belt. So now I'm really confused. What's this one? This is a 4 PK 1130. Intriguing. Yeah, I ended up cutting the belt because I couldn't work out how to release the tensioner. The easiest way to release the tension was to cut the belt off.
So are you concerned these are not the same belts?
Is this? That can't be. Is that a smart belt? Is that possible?
I feel like this was Pajero.
Yeah, definitely, because I cut it. Yeah. What happened to the free PK? Is that it? Is that the free PK? Yes, there it is. The free PK 695. There we go. So I know what belts I need. 4 PK 1130 and a free PK 695. Beautiful. Progress is being made. Right, we're going to continue tidying up and then we're going to see if we can get an erection in 60 seconds.
Whee!
In exciting news, and for the first time in about 3 years, we actually have water again. That's mostly over my feet now. So this is quite exciting. Huge thanks to Lee, our landlord, for sorting that out. Look, we've even got a spray hose out here on the other tap. Brilliant. So we can actually give Bob a wash. Because Bob's metal lower half is an absolute state. But yeah, we're going to wheel Bob out and get Bob up and give him a good checking over.
And possibly a new foot. I have a suspicion.
Well, the fact you've got 2 there suggests that, yes, we broke the other foot.
I love this wheel. We did not break it.
Actually, it's only me who does anything. Let's extract the Bob. If you could get on the left-hand side, just make sure we're not hitting the wall.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. We're clear of the wall. And in the question of who has the best turning circle in the fleet is Bob. Ian, you're on your own because I'm back. There's nothing to grab.
Okay, and we'll go straight back.
Straight back at
Until
that.
we're clear of
Let me
shims.
come to the front then. Hang on.
Actually, I might put it on a bit of a diagonal after all.
Okay. Don't forget, got to leave space for the rear.
That should do us.
Bella's like, daylight.
Brakes work, so that's good.
Daylight.
Right then.
When do we start counting 60 seconds?
Well, I think you've got to have the load cover off first.
I think
don't
that's
you?
fair. I think that's fair.
And I think you've got to get all the stuff out and ready.
What do you mean? Step and stuff?
Yeah, and all the bars and everything. Yeah, there's many constraints on the erected in 60 seconds, I reckon, actually.
Sounds like standard male excuses to me.
Oh, that's just rude. No need for that. No need.
Ooh.
Yeah, that corner is a bit...
Yeah, but that's worse.
Yeah, it seems to be slowly, steadily getting worse. It's fine.
No, not fine.
It's all fine, really.
No, it's not. It's not.
No, we're not in a great place here because the door is going to get stuck on shems.
Are you making more excuses for your lack of 60-second direction?
Can we swing the front over more that way? Yeah. That should do us, I think.
It's always a scary moment, isn't it, when you're doing the first open after winter?
Yeah. We don't know if the mouses have had any fun in here.
They were bigger than Shemmy, so...
Oh, yeah. We made a mistake leaving a chocolate bar in Shemmy. I've noticed that chocolate bar. I was not allowed to remove said chocolate bar. A mouse removed the chocolate bar. And then built a lovely nest in the back again.
Did have a lovely time, you know, the old clothes as well. Right, so are you ready for your erection now?
I think so.
You think
Do we need
so?
to get legs down? Are we going serious about this erection?
We do need to be in and out, so maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Although you've only got 2 feet at the moment.
Right, we're taking that after 60 seconds. That doesn't count. No, that'd be the wrong way. This feels like it's got some torque. I ain't been one of those people who uses a whizzy gun, but they do have their uses, and someone bought us this one very recently, for which we're very grateful. I've got it on the lowest speed setting, works lovely, and we've put a bit of lube on the threads of the things what come down, leg things. So, professional now. I'm going to see if I can get it up.
Okay, whoa. Right, so, say when, and I will look at the timer.
Hold on, it's been a while, so I'm just... First of all, you got to do a gentle inflate.
Does that count in the 60 seconds?
Oh, let's go for it.
Okay, well, we call it 3 minutes, so you got till 4 minutes. Count in, Bob.
That's the backup.
Where are we at? 12 seconds. Out of practice.
Yeah.
Always a nervous moment.
Always nervous.
Yeah.
There we go. Bob is up.
28 seconds.
28 seconds. Not even 60.
However, does that count struts and also the internal
Well, yeah, we haven't got
pole
the...
is
No, we haven't done any of that. That's it. We'll spare you that. So there we go. This is Bob, Conway Cruiser. I judged that quite well, apparently, looking at the height on that roof bar.
I'm just going to pop that
Just avoided taking out the fluorescent light, so that's all good. But the reason we like Bob, the folding camper, is because of the amount of space we get for what is quite a small towed unit, and the weight as well. This is a 6-berth camper, so you can have 2 sleeping across here, and then 2 in each of the sleeping pods, either end as well. And it's a lot of space. So yeah, it's really good. This flips over Got a gas cooker we never use because someone has replaced the gas line with clear plastic pipe. Nope, not going to use that. We've got an electric hob we use instead. And there is a sink, but we never use the sink either.
We could remove, yeah, we're not quite sure what state the water system's in because it should have a little push pedal down on the floor.
The
there,
button got broken on the floor.
Which is broken, unfortunately. Well, it was kind of broken before we got Bob.
Yeah,
we should really remove that kitchen unit, but it kind of feels...
that unit itself is quite useful, I think.
Yeah.
It just brings things up to a nice height.
Yeah, that's true.
I think we could probably take the gas burner out entirely
and put our electric
and
hob
put the
in
electric
there.
hob in there, sink it in. We have these ideas all the time. And
so
then
when
end up doing
you put
nothing.
the kitchen unit up, in case you're worried about the fabric and whatnot here, you have little sides that come up as well and the back. So it's quite
to protect
protected,
the plastic
really.
from your cooking.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, look at the height as well.
Yes,
I've got so much headroom, and it's one of the worst things of camping when you're in.
Loads of headroom.
Yeah, when you're in a two-man tent, and which is like basically one of these pods, and you're having to wriggle into your trousers. Not much fun, but being able to stand up and have all the space in the world is lovely. We've got a mirror.
It's not been a great week, but I feel an enormous sense of well-being being in Bob. It's ridiculous. We just put him up, and I just feel so much better already. Yeah,
so we will await in Bob. So. He seems to have passed initial inspections.
Yeah, we seem to have winterised all right, actually.
Yeah, which is good because we didn't really do anything.
I was going to say that's no thanks to us. We usually do winterise and we didn't this year.
No, you usually take all the soft furnishings out.
Yeah.
But then the previous year, Bob had spent more time outside over the winter. This year he's been cooked up in here. So I think we'll get Bob down. I might just jack up and just check wheel bearings and maybe see if we can adjust the brakes a bit. There's just a little bit of too much play, I think. So when you brake, there's a bit of a thump, which usually means the brakes are just slightly out of adjustment.
If you've not met Bob before, Bob is Conway Cruiser, which was the best-selling model of folding camper in the UK.
Yeah.
His bottom half is 1990 and his top half is 2002-ish.
He's a hybrid.
He is a hybrid.
Yeah. But yeah, looking good. We haven't adjusted it properly, so there's a bit of bagginess.
Yeah, there's a bit of bagginess. But this is an incredible thing.
Yeah, we've got this slight issue where this bit doesn't seem ever so attached anymore.
That's got to be a stretch situation.
You pull it down and latch it down.
Yeah.
And that helps then get the tension on the top half. But we're amateurs, we don't really know.
We will not be using the awning this weekend.
No. I do not need that much swearing in my life.
No.
Right then. Good stuff. Oh, by the way, the upcoming Spain trip, we are not buying a van. And if you head over to the HubNut channel, I'll explain why, as well as some general waffle, because who doesn't love a bit of general waffle? But I think we're getting somewhere. Let's go and see. So the clearing out of Bob is continuing.
Indeed.
Because we realised we're carrying an awful lot of stuff around we don't actually need. Quite a lot of it has been transferred to the back of Bella temporarily. There is her used once boot jump. Did the job quite nicely. Right, all that's left to do now is rearrange things so the little cars are in a position where Bob can come out tomorrow, and a camping we will go. And we won't be filming this one. This is a true family break, so really looking forward to some time away just as the family, just having a bit of a relax. Lots of exams and things going on, and yeah, it'd be nice just to have a bit of rest in a field. So a little bit shorter than usual, but don't worry, we got a lot to be getting on with next week. So huge thank you for watching. Don't forget you can head to the HubNut store, buy a maroon beanie hat from the UK store, or a nice HubNut Tools hoodie from the Fourth Wall store, and we'll see you in a future video. Farewell. HubNut.